Hi, I'm going to talk about addiction and substance abuse. Now, I have a graduate degree in mental health, and my wife is a forensic psychologist. This is the DSM-5, and these are some of our studies on human behavior. Now, most people think of addiction, they think of drugs. They think of drugs and alcohol. But what about our diets? People are addicted to soda, for example, despite the negative consequences. But most people fail to think of meat and animal products such as cheese, which is a huge addiction. Most vegetarians say they're not vegan because they cannot give up the cheese. They might be 90% vegan, but not 100% vegan because they can't give up the cheese, or closer to 100%. So, it's not just alcohol. It's any alcohol or drugs. It's anything that can have a negative consequence on your life. We have heart disease, we have diabetes, we have colon cancer, obesity, and many other epidemics that are related mainly to our diets and our animal-based diets. So it doesn't have to just be drugs, alcohol, or soda. It can also be what we consume and our addiction to salt, sugars, and animal products. We know the negative impacts on animal products. It's horrible for our health. It's horrible for our environment. It creates massive food waste, and it is horrible for animals. Look up a factory farm video for some motivation. So to kick the habit, how do we kick a habit that we know has all these negative consequences on us and others? Well, the first tip I have is harm reduction. To break a habit, you do it gradually. Try to cut out one thing at a time. Try to cut out eggs. Try to cut out milk, but have cheese. Try to cut out chickens, since most are drugged up and caged in unsanitary factory farms. And most eat about 35 of them a year. So try to cut out the white meat first. Try to break a habit slowly, one thing at a time. Try just start out with just the chicken, and then try to cut out the egg full of cholesterol and stuff. So do it gradually. Exercise some self-control. Have control of yourself and discipline. It takes some discipline to break a habit and reform new habits. But after about 30 days of doing something, it gets easier. You'll realize it's easy. I've been vegetarian and vegan for over 15 years. It's very easy now. You find new things that you like, new foods, and you replace them. I like quinoa, hummus, and many culture foods like Indian food and different Asian foods that are easily made vegetarian and vegan. So my point is, addiction is not just substance, drugs, alcohol. I've worked in alternative to incarceration programs with people who have substance abuse and done counseling and therapy and group sessions. So you need to know what your triggers are. Don't let yourself get too hungry. Then you're going to grab the soda and the burger or the bucket of fried wings. So don't let yourself get too hungry. Have little snacks, have Cliff Bars, have some nuts, and other foods, so you don't get too hungry where you lose self-control and discipline. Once you get to those points, you get hangry and make bad, irrational choices, just like anything. When you're desperate, you make poor choices. So again, I have a background in mental health, and my wife is a forensic psychologist. We've studied this, and breaking a habit. And one of the most ignored habits is our addiction to animal products. We eat more animals than ever in history. Most people eat 37 land animals a year, and it is horrible for our health, our environment, massive food waste, and obviously horribly cruel to animals and sick factory farms, and we have no need today. So start out by trying Meatless Monday. Again, Meatless Monday, kind of like how Lent, they give it up on Friday.